Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. So yesterday, or you can say the last video, we have already covered the DOM parser. So today we will check how this SAX parser works. SAX parser, how this works, how it loads to the memory, how we can traverse in how we can traverse the XML file. So for that, what we are going to do, let me just explain you a little bit how it works first, and then I can start. If you see that I have created one XML file. Let's do it for you also from the beginning. What we going to achieve here is, so in this default package, as the last time we created DOM parser, now we will create SAX parser example. Okay, so this SAX parser example, similar thing. We will create one in this books all. We will create one more source called, let's say, new XML. We will rename that as an example 2, example 2 SAX. Okay, finish. Yeah, so here what we will do, I'll copy this bookstore completely. I was I miss we can use the separate because I don't want to touch the existing one. So that's why I created the separate one. So this is the example 2 CX parser. Now what things we required? So first of all, the, the SAX parser works with some mechanism. What is this mechanism? I'll tell you. So let me just copy the few. I have already created that for my vision, but now I'll show you how we can create that. First of all, the we need to create a similar method, and once you do the method, uh, you definitely have the main method. So if you see how this main, and then we have the for each try we have a catch element, and what we gonna catch it, there is a few errors what we gonna catch. So these errors will come in this, and which point it will come, that also show you which wherever it is come. Okay, let's do one by one only. Okay, let's first don't put catch, we'll put the catch at the end. Okay, okay, what is required here? So first of all, we will create a factory. So we will create a factory, that is a SAX factory instant. That is first thing what we need to do. First is factory and the object variable. First factory and object variable. As soon as you do that, you can see Java 1.8 automatically import the dependency. Next, okay. Till now we are not getting any error. So okay, let's see catch. I'm putting one default exception so that my this issue will go. But if you put exception at the beginning itself, what will happen? You will not differentiate others exception. So that's why I usually avoid to put exception E at the beginning, because that cause a problem, and different with the when now your code is generating different errors, that part you will miss. So now what is next is we need to create a handler. So this is the main thing of SAX parser. The SAX parser will create one handler. That handler is a complete. That handler is a sorry, what is this error we are getting? This is our menu. This is our okay try. Try is coming here. Then yes, one more. Okay, now it is good. Try. Okay, we need to add catch. So this handler only is you can see the mechanism. This handler will have three method to override. What are those methods are? First of all, you can set some variable, because I'm using these attributes. If you see if you already seen the XML, okay, we have not copy paste the, yeah. If you see the XML, we have title, author, year, and menu name, option, and audio. So this is the attribute what we are using. By default, this is some default Java class you can use, but how we can use in this, how we can use these things are IVR. So I'm loading, let's say menu one, menu two, menu three. That's how we can create a main menu page, or you can see the separate pages as well. Okay, so default creation of the boolean method, that is fine. After that, first overridden method is start element. So this start element, this is start element. I'll copy first and then delete for your information. Okay, let me copy this first. Okay, let me copy that everything first. Okay. Okay, so this is throwing your one, you can see SAX exception. This exception you are throwing and you need to handle that. So where we gonna handle this? We will handle here. So catch. So if you see in my existing code, what I have already written, so SAX exception and parse configuration exception, both I am, uh, the parse configuration exception is actually coming in this try, the first try. Why it is not showing here? Ideally, at the start itself, it should show. Control Z. No. Okay, it is not showing. Okay, got it. That's why it is not showing. So let's remove this try first. Let's remove this try, catch and try both. I'm deleting this also. And I am control. I'm Let me delete complete handler first. Control X. So complete handler is gone. So if you see, let me put this also. As soon as I deleted the try, so first method in this new SAX parsers asking us to throw it. Either we can add in the declaration, but the good programming is let's surrounded it by multiple catch. Okay, single try catch also you can say the one try and multiple catches, but we will do the pipe sign. Okay, so let's move this to again on the top, and now inside this we will put our code. So this is the first parser exception, and sex exception now already came. So this will go below. Now here what we will do, we will put our handler. The handler is created. Let me copy everything at one go. Okay. So this is called handler. So this handler will ask you to override three method mainly. This is complete one instance. If you see, it is closing as an statement here, like as in Java we can close an statement. That's how it is closing. So it's pass of main method, or you can put this handler in the separate method as well. For now I am putting here only. So now, okay, what else I left? Okay, that is okay. So I have created few attribute declaration, and there is three method. One is start element, one is the traversal of element, this is called traversal, and this is the end, this is the end element. So these three methods, we usually, there is many, but these three are mandatory method we use in the SAX parser for big files. So that is very useful. What How it works, let me explain you. So as soon as you use handler, you need to put start, character, and end element. Okay, as soon as you do that, yeah, so let me add my file as well. So my file is this is my file. I need to change that file because in the that method my file was different. Now this is different. What is the method? Sources, source, and the file name is example to SAX. This is my file name. Now it is again saying, so what I will do, I will just in add that exception, IU exception into the same try catch. So now what? Now let me tell you how it works. So first of all, you need to tell that you are passing some URI, local name, and queue name and attribute. So URI, this is the start method, a prefix variable what we need to pass, but currently we will only pass the queue name and attribute only. And who will pass it? The loader. So the parser will load everything and automatically it will check 1 2 3 4 5 4 parameters. Out of the 4 we will use only 2. Okay, normally we'll use only one only. So attribute also we are not comparing it usually. So what we are doing here, let's say queue name. So here our queue name, one queue name means queue name is nothing but the parent, the child first element. This is our main tab, and after that we have 1 2 3 4 at 4 tabs, 4 child, and 4 child have 4 child. This is the id is attribute of first, id is attribute of two, and id is attribute of menu. So these are the id we call normally siblings, and these are the child. Okay, so book id 1 has 3, book id 2 has also 3, and menu 1 also have the 3. Now we will go to the code. So what it does, we have set some default value at the top. Now we are just making as true to traverse it, because the logic what we are creating, this is not necessary for everyone, but for this example we are creating, we want to traverse only once. That's why after each traversal I will make that attribute, you can see that the attribute false, so that it will not print 2 times. If I make that true again, it will print 2 times. I'll show that as well. So what we are doing, the character, first we are checking the boolean whether it is true or not. If it is true, print that value. Print that value. Look at this, we are printing what? We are printing complete value string. Complete character start from the start until the length. So it's kind of loop, it is working. Character by character it is printing. So it's an array. So each value it is printing like that. So each value. So let's say title. So title has starting from C and complete array till E it will print. So like that it will goes. So similarly, if else I put, if I put the every time, if else is not there, then it will keep printing, because it will traverse everything at once. It will load everything at once. So that's why I'm breaking it and printing my actual value what I required in my flow, you can say. And then we will have the end element. End element is nothing but it will check your uh, it will check your attribute childs, how many are there, and then close it. Similarly menu. So I am saying that if it is menu, stop reading it, and because it is end of the menu. And if it is if it is this if it is book, stop reading the book. If it is menu, stop reading that also. You can avoid using end element, but it is good to use every implemented method. So let's run this first. Let's see what error comes. Right click, look at this. So if I run it, it is clearly printing what I have already put in there. Let's say, let's add one more menu item here. This is language menu. Let's say I'm just making it to understand you. Menu name will be same. This will be a language menu. I have 5 options in the language menu, and then audio also I have 5. Audio one 5 option menu, one audio. Okay, and now we'll load it again. We'll run that again. Already saved. We have already saved. Run. Yes. So if you see that, now it is again loaded me. So that's how you use the SAX parser to load your uh, dynamic XML file, you can say. Now, if I say, let's say I'm not making this title as false, okay, I'm making the title true again. What will happen? It will not exit from the loop. It will just keep doing it. Look at this. It breaks everything. It is not printing properly. So title, print, and then book title blank, then again another title, then another title, then my book is ending. Then again it will read some blank title again because my loop is not broken here. Then it will read. So look at this. Now book end. So it is title only. It is keep reading the title, and then everything it is putting in this title itself because the loop is not ended. So that's why to end the loop, so that one attribute will print only one time and it will come in the proper readable manner. So that's why we are breaking it. Okay, each child will be readed only once. But if in the child there is another attribute, then we need to make it same method one more time. So same method or same boolean, sorry, not method, boolean, one more boolean you can add, and you can add that attribute here, and then you can print character by character, or you can do the stuff here only. So whatever the traversal or assigning variable to something, assigning a session variable, assigning an element variable, assigning application variable. So whatever you will do, you will do in the character because this is the value you are actually reading. So that's how the SAX parser works, and this is three main exception you need to handle in your code, and the print stack trace will do that. Let's say I'm not putting the correct path, so it will give me file not found error. The path is not available. You can not find the path. So to that, and if you suppose some file name, path name is wrong. Let's say file name I put wrong file name, so it will give me okay. The path is correct, but the file is not there. See, cannot find the file specific path. So that's why the IU exception. This is happening with the IU exception only. So that's how you create one example of SAX parser, and it will this is little faster memory. It is consume less memory because it is not loading at the everything at the beginning. No, once you are executing only, then it's creating in a start element only. One by one it is processing. So that's why it's a lightweight parser uh, that is available. Maybe in the next video I'll come with the next parser, which is CTAX parser, and then we'll check the difference between DOM, SAX, and CTAX. This is done for today. Thank you very much. Please subscribe my channel, share with your friends who want to learn Color Studio application and backend Java. Have a good day. Thank you very much.